In the searing heat of horse guards, the nation's military saluted its new boss. General Sir Nick Horton on the left, taking over from General Sir David Richards on the right as Chief of the Defence Staff. And in doing so, stepping into the front line of some of the most sensitive foreign policy issues confronting the country. In his in-tray, the military options for regime change in Syria and making sure the wind down of combat operations in Afghanistan goes smoothly. And all on the day that General Richards warned that any significant military involvement in Syria is likely to mean going to war, but not yet.
First of all, the UK won't do anything by itself. It will act with allies, in particular with the USA. But we're not taking anything off the table, but we're being very cautious for reasons that I'm sure everyone will understand.
But if the use of chemical weapons in Syria spreads, or stockpiles are left vulnerable to falling into terrorist hands, the outgoing chief believes going in may become inevitable.
I think if that sort of thing happened, we'd almost invariably have to become involved in all our interests, but most importantly for the people of Syria.
Unlike Libya, where Colonel Gaddafi's forces were no threat to Allied aircraft and warships, imposing a no-fly zone in Syria with its Russian-backed air defences and well-equipped army is a far more risky proposition.
I hope that we can give to government as wise a counsel as possible about the utility of our armed forces. Not making recommendations of what is right and wrong to do in a policy sense, but give them options so that they can make the right decisions about which option to take.
And on the day of his departure as the country's most senior military figure, a reminder for General Richards and his successor that politicians, not soldiers, decide which wars we fight.
Our job is to prepare for all sorts of potential contingencies, to have options available for the Prime Minister and the National Security Council, and in the case of the CDS, to give advice. But it is the politicians that make the decisions.
Whatever the political decision on sending British forces to Syria, the drawdown in Afghanistan and the shrinking size of the military, with an increased reliance on reservists, is on an irreversible track. And General Horton will have to manage it all. David Bowden's News.